A good one.
Certainly is, and I really like the fisticuffs in the end there, and both teams got a little bit riled up, and I think that's what you're going to see in this divisional play. Think about it, the Red Wings are 1-2 on the season. They're only 2 points out of first place, and you got another big battle coming up tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets, so hockey is good here in Detroit.
It really is. Let's take a look back at what happened in yesterday's matchup with the Blue Jackets. We'll look at the highlights, and the first thing I want to mention is the goaltending. Both sides had great goaltending, and Thomas Greiss and then Korpisalo as well played outstanding. I think he robbed every player on the Red Wings at least once. But here's Thomas Greiss with a great penalty shot save. Look at that poke check right there. That was a nice defensive move.
Daniella, he actually picked his pocket. I've never seen that before on a penalty shot. He just took the puck away and froze it.
And then here's the Red Wings goal in the first period. It was Bobby Ryan. Michael Rasmussen wins the faceoff, and Ryan, you barely saw that shot get off. It was so quick.
And that's tribute to Bobby Ryan, how he plays. He gets that shot off quick. I remember Brett Hull doing that when he was playing in the National Hockey League and for the Red Wings. Really good shot and a good goal.
And there's Michael Rasmussen. He did block the original shot here, but Oliver Bjorkstrand was there to pick up, I guess you could call it a rebound, and Thomas Greiss just seemed to lose sight of the puck on that one.
That was a big goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Actually kept them in the hockey game, and Greiss made some big saves, and right now you got that turnaround goal right here, wraparound, and that was an amazing goal right there.
Yeah, that was Alexander Texier. He's got 3 points in 3 games thus far this season, so he's definitely getting off to a hot start. And then Pierre-Luc Dubois on the breakaway. He just buries it, and we expect that from a player like Pierre-Luc Dubois when you give him that chance. But Stetcher almost caught him there at the end.
Yep, almost caught him, but that's a goal scorer's goal right there as he broke in and put it upstairs.
And then you'll see Korpisalo. As I said, I think he robbed every Red Wing player. There he is. You couldn't even believe he made that save. I thought that was a for sure goal, whether it was Bobby Ryan or Dylan Larkin. But here was the Red Wings' second goal on a very strange play where it was given to Bobby Ryan, who was pushed into Korpisalo, which ultimately caused the puck to go into the back of the net. But hey, Ken, a goal is a goal.
Yeah, big goalmouth scramble right there, and Ryan's on his back, and then all of a sudden they're taking liberties at him, and all heck breaks loose. But, that's hockey right there. I thought it was no goal because the referee automatically signaled it, but they looked at the replay and signaled that it was a goal, and the Red Wings still had an opportunity with under a minute to go.
They did fall short. The final score 3-2 in favor of Columbus. We're hoping the Red Wings can storm back tonight, but we have to talk about Bobby Ryan, Ken. He's played 2 games with the Red Wings, and he has 3 goals. We talked when we originally signed him in free agency that he is a goal scorer, and obviously we know he went through some personal struggles and is now trying to find his way back on the ice, and boy, is he off to a really good start. He looks great.
I've always said with new players coming in that they want to get going really, really fast, and Bobby Ryan's an example of that. I remember Robbie Fabry when he came in from the St. Louis Blues. He got off to a good start, and look at Bobby Ryan, 2 goals in his second game as a Red Wing. He scored in his first game as a Red Wing, so the numbers keep piling up for Bobby Ryan. But let's face it, Daniella, he's a guy that was a high draft choice. He was drafted right after Sidney Crosby, and he's a terrific hockey player. As you mentioned, he did go through some struggles, but it seems like he really wants to play for the Red Wings. He really wants to be a part of this Yzerman rebuild, and we're glad to have him here on the team.
That we are, and we'll also talk about his line mate yesterday. Michael Rasmussen started as the second line center. Robbie Fabry was placed on the COVID-19 protocol list. So Michael Rasmussen gets the start last night, and we talked about him a lot during training camp, being one of those bubble players, we called it. Where was he going to end up? And obviously he started on the taxi squad, but what did you think of his season debut with the Red Wings?
I thought he was pretty good, to be honest with you. And I was a little concerned about his skating, but he looked fine yesterday. He was motoring up and down the ice, won that big face-off, got the puck over to Ryan, who scored for Detroit. And, he's one of those guys that can play the wing and he can play the center ice position. I think he's more comfortable at the center ice position, to be honest with you. But you know what? He didn't look out of place to me, and it was good. He's on the taxi squad, and Jeff Blashill said it all along, Daniella, that you got to get ready to play. When you're called up, just can't take a spot out there. What you have to do is you have to perform, and I certainly thought that Rasmussen performed for the Wings.
He was indeed ready to play last night, and he addressed the media this morning after morning skate. And here's what he had to say about being on a line with Bobby Ryan.
It's pretty awesome playing with a guy like Bobby. Obviously a great player, but just a great guy. He's very supportive, and it doesn't matter who you are. He talks to you and he helps you out. So he was definitely really helpful to me yesterday, and it works real hard. He's a skilled player, so I really enjoy it.
You have to love it. Bobby Ryan playing with young guys like Philip Zadina and Michael Rasmussen. Ken, those are the guys that we're looking for the future of this organization. And hey, I feel comfortable with them learning from a guy like Bobby Ryan.
Absolutely. And Zadina's that type of guy, too, that it seems to me like he likes getting behind the net and passing it to the forward in front. And that's really good. We always think of Zadina as a shooter, but he's pretty good behind the net as a playmaker, too. So that line looks like it's pretty good for Detroit.
Definitely, and we expect that to be our second line again tonight against Columbus. Let's take a look at the rest of the projected lines. Of course, you've got your top line, which is Dylan Larkin, Anthony Mantha, and Tyler Bertuzzi. Ken, I really want to see them get going, and it was better last night. It was. They created some quality scoring opportunities. Like I said, Korpisalo was great. He robbed both Anthony Mantha and Tyler Bertuzzi, but I really want to see them score a goal. I want to see them really get into the action today, especially Anthony Mantha.
I think how the season goes, Daniela, it's how that number one line goes, too. And they got to carry the load for the Red Wings, I think. Obviously, you need some balanced scoring. Everybody needs to contribute. Right now, they're getting the goals from Bobby Ryan. But you're absolutely right. That top line, if they can get going and carry the mail for this Red Wing team, they'll gain a lot of points and some victories along the way.
And we talked about Thomas Greiss playing well for the Red Wings last night. We'll see Jonathan Bernier in net tonight, who also played well in his first start against Carolina. So I imagine that we're going to see a great battle of goaltending again. Both of our goaltenders are playing really well. They've done a great job of keeping the Red Wings in a game. And as you mentioned, Ken, that is what you want to see from your goaltender. Make it possible for your team.
Daniela, when you look at the graphic right there, you look at the save percentage. Every goaltender, Greiss and Bernier, are above 93%. That is amazing, to be honest with you. Those are some great numbers. I've always said if you're above 90%, you're doing a pretty good job in the NHL. You're at 93%, and that's lights out. So both goaltenders happy with the way they performed. I think the team over the last two games have been really, really good. They competed hard. They're getting the puck out of their own zone. I like the fact that they registered 37 shots on goal in yesterday afternoon's game. And if you keep shooting and you keep getting them scoring chances, and the Wings did have some grade A scoring chances, you're going to win a lot of hockey games.
37 shots on net. I know you and Carly talked about this in the morning skate show. That was more shots than the past two games combined. So it's great to see them actually taking the opportunity to throw the puck at the net. And like I said, they created some really quality chances. But this Columbus Blue Jackets team, they're tough. And two players that have stood out to me so far this season for Columbus have been Alexander Texier and Michael Del Zotto. Now, Texier, as I mentioned, has 3 points in 3 games, 2 goals, including the one that he scored against the Red Wings yesterday. Del Zotto has 3 points, but he's a defender. And what he does for this Columbus Blue Jackets team is add the depth. You got guys like Zach Werenski and Seth Jones, and then you bring in Del Zotto, who, when I spoke to Jean-Luc Grandpierre, he is the Columbus Blue Jackets analyst, and he told me that Del Zotto was a pleasant surprise for the Blue Jackets. They picked him up in free agency to a very manageable deal. It's a 2-way deal for a 1-year contract, and boy, has he made an impact for this Blue Jackets team early on.
He's got points, Del Zotto, in his last 2 games, all assists, 3 assists in his last 2 hockey games. But one thing about Del Zotto, think about this, Daniela. He was a 19-year-old defenseman playing for the New York Rangers. Guess who their head coach was back then? It was John Tortorella. So here we are, 660 games later. He's back playing for the guy that he first broke into in the National Hockey League, John Tortorella. So that just goes to show you that you can't burn any bridges.
Definitely not. And hey, if Tortorella likes you, you're in a good spot, because that definitely means you've got some potential as a hockey player.
Well, the thing about John Tortorella, it doesn't matter who you are, and that's why he's such a great coach, is you got to perform all the time. And if you're not pulling your weight out there on each and every shift, guess what? You're going to be sitting the bench. So he doesn't care how good of a player you are. You got to work as a team, as a 5-man unit out there, and you've got to get the job done each and every shift. And if you're not doing your job, you're not pulling your weight, you're going to be sitting next to him on the bench.
Ken, we sit here talking. It seems like the Red Wings really did do everything right yesterday except being able to finish. What do you think the key is to tonight? How do they change that scoreboard?
I'm not so sure you change anything. When you look at the golden scoring chances that the Red Wings had yesterday, I mean, think about Mark Stahl in the third period. If that shot that hit the post is just 2 inches to the right, it's a goal, and the Red Wings are either tying the game or they're right back in it at that point. So I thought the Red Wings got some really good grade A scoring chances in the offensive zone. Just continue to play the way you're playing. And sooner or later, those crossbars, those goal posts, they're going in. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. So I would be a little bit leery if they weren't getting golden grade A scoring chances, but at least the chances are there. And again, if they just continue to pressure and stay in that offensive zone and do good things will happen.
I agree with that, Ken. Like we said, 37 shots on net with some golden opportunities in that last game. I think they're going to flip that scoreboard, and it's going to be a Red Wings victory tonight. And you guys won't want to miss out on it. Make sure you're tuning in to Fox Sports Detroit. Catch the game. Puck Drop is at 7:30 p.m. And, of course, you can listen to Ken Kal on 97.1 The Ticket with his partner, Paul Woods. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to join us today on the Forecheck presented by Athletico Physical Therapy. We'll see you guys next time.